And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. This out quickly to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll try to pick up the first with Ekeler. And Ekeler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Cousins to throw it. He'll dump this off to Cook. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Play action now. Cousins steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but completion there. That should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins gives way to Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
45, 45, 45, come on, 45. Let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver there, Allen, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Oh, sweet. Check. 44. Come on. 79 Broncos. Just like that. 45, 45.
Now it's Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's second and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 21 yards there on third down. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler, they'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On the give, this is Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
Herbert now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
8 yards to go on second down. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down, Minnesota.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, you know he can be. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Allen's first catch, good for a 1st down.
47-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Cousins, airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw, Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 18 now. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On the return is Peterson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 35. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Vikings first down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play fake. Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be 2nd down. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice gain of 21 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running from the shotgun with Madison.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They go play action. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers 3.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touch.
Finds through, and now a crease. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Vigil able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Madison. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this is Cook with the grab. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. To the air again, Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he fires one incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
Herbert now. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
At their 49-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. First down, here's the run with Cook. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going to run with Madison again.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Greg Joseph for the Vikings field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll set them back 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Makes the score Vikings 40.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third and short yardage. Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an